Well, thank you, Ginny, for that very warm welcome and introduction. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends, brothers and sisters, good morning. I want to extend a very warm welcome to those of you who have come from afar to Taiwan to attend today's prayer breakfast. We've spent this morning surrounded by heartfelt prayers, thoughtful reflections, and powerful messages from pastors and leaders from here and abroad. Each voice shaped by its own history and tradition carried a shared longing, a longing for peace, for truth, and for God's guidance in turbulent times. Their prayers have lifted our spirits and prepared our hearts. For the first time, the Jerusalem Prayer Breakfast is being held in Taiwan. I want to express thanks to Global Director Albert Wexler and co-chairs Michelle Beckman and Robert Ilatov, as well as our local Taiwan hosts, Carl and Ginny Qian, and Jeffrey Schwartz. And it's precisely here, in this atmosphere of unity and reflection, that Taiwan's role today becomes especially meaningful. This gathering is not only a milestone for the Jerusalem Prayer Breakfast movement in this part of the world, but a moment that speaks deeply to the character of our island and the story of our people. The warmth, sincerity, and faith we have felt this morning reflect the best of Taiwan. And yet beneath that warmth also lies a history shaped by hardship and resilience. To understand why hosting this gathering matters so profoundly, one must understand the journey that has brought Taiwan to this moment. The Taiwanese people know what it means to endure trials and tribulations. We have survived decades of martial law without freedom. We have endured diplomatic isolation and marginalization. We have rebuilt literally after the earth moved, weathering earthquakes, typhoons, and pandemics that shook communities to their core. We have faced constant external military pressures that tested our courage. And like many democracies, we now face internal challenges from disinformation to political fragmentation that threaten to erode trust and cohesion. Yet through all of this, Taiwan has stood firm and resilient. We strengthened our democracy with patience and conviction. We held on to the belief that our future must be grounded in dignity, compassion, and shared purpose. And this is where the journey of Moses leading the Israelites out of Egypt and through the wilderness speaks to us with fresh relevance. Moses led a people who were small in number, yet carried a calling larger than themselves. Their path was uncertain. They faced threats from outside and disagreements from within. They struggled with fear, doubt, and the temptation to turn back when the road ahead felt too difficult. But they kept moving. They walked forward even in the obstacles, or when the obstacles appeared too great to overcome, and when they could not see the end. through trials and tests, they learned to trust a purpose greater than the landscape in front of them. In many ways, Taiwan stands in a similar moment. We face external pressures and threats that test our resolve to defend our freedom and our dignity. We face internal divisions fueled by misinformation and political tension. We are experiencing the creation of powerful technologies that can either uplift our society or be used to shape and control it. We face global uncertainty and volatile geopolitics. We face a world where the line between the truth and distortion grows increasingly blurred. And yet, like the Israelites, we continue striving forward. We draw strength from the compassion and generosity of our people. We draw courage from the freedoms we have worked so hard to bring to this land. We draw hope from the belief that Taiwan is meant to contribute to the world not through might, but through goodness and kindness. Because Taiwan is much more than a geopolitical headline. It is an island of faithful, compassionate human beings. When disaster strikes, our people respond without hesitation. When others suffer, Taiwan steps forward quietly and generously. When the world calls for help, Taiwan answers, because service is in our character. This spirit, steady, humble, resilient, is what has carried Taiwan through every trial. And this is why today's gathering matters so deeply. The theme of this breakfast comes from Psalm. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. They shall prosper who honor thee, who love thee. Jerusalem presents longing, hope, conflict, and promise. It is a symbol of both struggle and transcendence. And in many ways, Taiwan recognizes this journey. We too hope for peace in our region. We too navigate challenges that test our unity. We too seek a future shaped not by domination, but by dignity and justice. Gatherings like this remind us that prayer is not passive. Prayer strengthens societies. Prayer provides the moral compass that steadies leaders. Prayer unites people whose experiences may differ, but whose hopes are the same. And in a gentle yet powerful way, this gathering also turns our hearts towards the needs of Taiwan. It leads us to reflect on the importance of protection for a people who value freedom, on the need for unity and faith in a society where misinformation and political tension create discords, on the hope that technology, guided by moral clarity, will uplift humanity rather than diminish it, on the resilience required to walk forward with courage, even in times of turmoil and uncertainty. These reflections matter deeply today because the challenges facing us are real, and they shape the choices we must make as a society. But they also reveal the depth of our character and the strength of our commitment to peace. To the global Christian community, we offer our heartfelt gratitude, as you have done for Jerusalem, By keeping Taiwan in your prayers, you have strengthened us through storms both visible and unseen. Your friendship reminds us that faith creates bonds stronger than politics and deeper than circumstance. Your presence here honors our island and gives encouragement to our people. And as we bring this gathering to a close, let me lift our thoughts to the future. May the peace spoken over Jerusalem this morning also rest upon Taiwan. May this land be shielded from harm and guided with wisdom. May unity grow stronger than division. May truth rise above distortion. May compassion lead us in moments of pressure. And may the road ahead, though uncertain at times, be lit by the same hope that carried Moses and his people through the wilderness and toward the promised land. Thank you for sharing this historic moment with us, and may peace and grace be with you always. Thank you.